Welcome back everyone to another video. We are starting the morning off with eating breakfast at McDonald's, baby. Let's get right into it.
Ốm á, chứ ăn dữ lắm á. Coi có ai mà nuôi nổi anh hai không? Mẹ cho. Nói anh hai ăn nhiều quá, mẹ nuôi không nổi rồi. Bây giờ có ai xin không mẹ sẽ cho anh hai nè. Ai xin không đưa tay lên đăng ký đi. Ủa, mày xin đưa hả?
And then right after eating breakfast at McDonald's, we then drove our fastest and arrived at Six Flags Darien Lake. This is actually mine and Mason's first time at Six Flags. Now we are finally walking and heading into the amusement park itself, which we will be greeted by security, as you guys can see right here. And being checked by security caused no problems, and it was fairly quick. Then right after being checked by security, we were then able to quickly proceed and be able to enter the amusement park itself, which was all a pretty fast process in itself. We then all proceeded to the entrance and just needed to show the workers our tickets to get in to the amusement park, and then finally start going on rides and having fun. Also, on top of us having to show our tickets to the workers, we also had to have our pictures taken as well to be accounted for, I guess.
Thank you. You too.
And finally, we were able to enter the amusement park. Six Flags. Oh my god. And as I mentioned before, this is mine and Mason's first time at Six Flags, and we were super excited to be here. I wanted to go on all the rides. I was so excited. And me and Mason were ready to spend the whole day at Six Flags to go on all the rides and experience everything that this place has to offer. Then at this point, me, my dad, and Mason, we all decided to go on our first ride at Six Flags. And, well, I don't know this ride's name, but, well, it was a doozy for sure. And this is us waiting in line. The line was actually pretty short, and the ride itself was pretty fast, so the wait wasn't very long at all, which was cool.
Ở ngoài hả thằng Trong? Đó hả?
Muốn ngồi ở ngoài không?
Sao không được? Bà không ngồi đâu.
All of us then got onto the ride, and we were all really excited actually. And right here, we were just waiting for the ride to start and have fun, baby. And right before the ride would actually start, we were told that we could not wear our hats, so we had to take them off, which we did not know beforehand, which, yeah.
Không có con. Giờ bị con chó sủi. Ủa mẹ
Sao sợ không?
Nghe ba la không?
Ba la quá là. Nè uống miếng nước đi. Sợ.
Well, our first ride was really fun actually, but yeah, as you guys can see here, my dad was very dizzy. He was very nauseous, and yeah, he was screaming a lot as well. And since my dad was really dizzy and nauseous and was about to throw up, me and Mason then decided to go on to the next ride and have fun by ourselves. Me and Mason then got onto the ride, and it was actually really cramped. since it was cramped, I was expecting the ride to go super, super fast.
Ủa ba quay phim nữa kìa. Thấy không? Ủa sợ hả?
Ủa hay không? Trong mặt ra thôi cái này. Rồi không thấy luôn rồi. Người trẻ thôi mình dữ chứ. Cái này là kìa nghiêng luôn. Biết Mason sợ không nghe, thấy Hưng quéo rồi. Rồi. Wow. Đó là kìa đang dữ rồi kìa. Hả? Wow. Phải không? Trước mặt quá.
Okay, although this ride was fun, I really got nauseous and dizzy from this ride. I didn't get nauseous or dizzy from the first ride, but this one definitely got me. I almost threw up. Now me and Mason are finally exiting the ride, and I am so happy to go on to the next ride because that ride, oh my god.
Bây giờ tới Kevin trong mặt rồi.
Trong mặt rồi.
Nhưng mà tại không có người yêu đi chung á, nếu mà có người yêu là chắc không chóng mặt đâu.
Chắc cũng trong mặt à.
We then all decided to go to find the kids' rides for Mason to go on because Mason was actually scared of the second ride that we just went on, and we were trying to find rides that were less intense. Then after a few minutes of walking around, we then finally found the section for the kids' rides, and it actually looked pretty enjoyable. Mason then decided he wanted to go on this truck ride, and he made me go with him, so I had to go on to the back of the truck with him.
Oh my god.
And well, as expected of a kids ride, it was really slow, but hey, at least it was still fun and enjoyable, and Mason seemed to liked it. But I guess it makes sense that the trucks went really slow because the ride itself wasn't very long. Even though the trucks went slow, it was still really fast, which I was really surprised about. It finished so quickly that I was surprised. Then after the truck ride, my dad recovered from the first ride and decided to go on the train ride with Mason because Mason wanted someone to go with him, and well, he chose my dad.
Ủa ba thầy giáo hả?
Có ông mượn lên.
Then right after the train ride ended, I then wanted to go on other rides, so me and my mom decided that we would split off from my dad and Mason and go on to different rides. And the first ride I settled on was this ride. I guess it was like a type of rocket ship ride, I guess. It just shoots straight up super fast, and I was really interested in it. Yeah, so as you guys can see here, it's super fast. So yeah, since it was super fast, it really made me excited and really pumped to go on this ride. I was super impatient too. Look, I was in this line for a pretty long time, like 20 minutes, and I could not wait. I was becoming super impatient, and I really wanted to go on this ride, man. But then finally, it was my turn to go on the ride, and I was quickly trying to find a seat to begin this ride.
No turning back now.
Sit back and enjoy the ride on blast off. Oh boy, hold on. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Here it goes. You're not ready? Are you ready? Countdown to happy?
Uh-oh.
I'm ready.
You'll be blasting off in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh!
my god. Oh.
Whoa! Oh, this is fun.
I love it.
Man, oh man, as I went on that ride, I had so much fun. I enjoyed the whole ride. It was so fast. I loved it. So then right after that ride I just went on, I then decided to go on to the Predator, which I believe is the only wooden roller coaster at Darien Lake Six Flags, I believe. Oh my god. The wait time on this line was even longer than the other ride I just went on. I waited so long to get on this roller coaster, man. I think I waited for like almost an hour already, man, and it wasn't my turn yet. But then finally, the gates opened, and it was my turn to get on a roller coaster. And of course, you know, I got in the front. I got in the front seat. But, well, I had trouble putting on the goddamn seatbelt, man. But, you know, finally, you know, with my God-given skills, I was able to buckle myself up like I was in a car.
Kìa anh hai ngồi đầu kìa. Tú một trước. Hai ngồi Tú một trước nè. Leo Tú lên trên rồi đó.
Đi một mình là ở trước.
Thiệt hả? Có người ngồi kế bên ảnh mà.
Chết rồi.
Trời ơi, ghê quá. Chắc tôi chết. Không chống nổi. Trời ơi, ghê. Đi vòng mới xuống coi. Mau mà, mấy phút à? 2 phút rồi.
Oh my God! Oh!
Kìa, đi qua kìa. Gần vòng nữa là xong à. Lượng nó mau. Xuống đi con. Leo người té đó. Còn mấy phút? Chắc khoảng 2 phút à. Trời tới rồi kìa. Giờ anh 2 tới rồi đó. Rồi xong.
Oh my God.
And then we just keep on going, baby. Right after the Predator, I went on the Ride of Steel, I believe it's called. And I was not able to record it very well, so I'm really sorry, guys. So hope you guys enjoy the audio at least.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
So yeah, right after that intense ride, me and my mom then decided to meet up with my dad and Mason. That ride wasn't scary at all. Jesus. Yeah. But anyways, we then decided to go on a less intense ride, which is this pirate ship ride, I guess. And it looked really fun. But the thing was, my mom and Mason then became scared of the ride. So then it just ended up being my dad and me only going on it.
Ai cho con có la dữ không? Rồi. La lên trên hai đỡ sợ.
Không đi đó đấy.
Kevin.
Ba làm gì vậy? La không nổi.
Đi. Hay dữ. Mà la trên kìa. Anh hai đưa tay lên rồi hết rồi. Như không ai la hết rồi. Hết nói nổi luôn.
Mà cái sao?
Mẹ lại rồi. Not too bad.
And right after the chill ride on the pirate ship, I then wanted to go on to the Viper. And I was actually in line for this Viper ride for about 30 minutes. But then someone complained someone complained about the seat not being safe or something. So then they shut down the ride and then forced everyone to leave. So that put me in a pretty bad mood, I'm not gonna lie. But then I quickly recovered and decided to go on this ride, which I don't know the name of, but I know dang sure that it's super fast, intense, and it's just crazy. And yeah, for this ride, this was the longest wait for all the rides I was on. I had to wait for 2 hours to get on this ride. And when I finally got onto the ride, I was planning on recording this ride too, but I was using recording glasses, so I was actually scared that it would fall off during the ride since it was so intense. It was going like 70 miles per hour or something like that, or even faster. And this is what the ride looks like since I can't show it to you guys.
La kìa. Ghê chưa? Sợ quá.
And then after going on that ride, which took me 2 hours to get on, it then started raining and pouring, so we had to take shelter.
Chắc là về rồi. Chơi được mấy trò hả?
How disappointing. This is where we were forced to end our Six Flags trip because of the rain, and I was even more sad and disappointed because I wasn't able to go on that many rides at all. I was only able to go on like 4 rides. It did not satisfy me at all. And with a heavy heart, we all decided to leave Six Flags and decided to go out to eat to ease our pain, I guess, which I was still in pain. It didn't ease it at all. And as we were leaving the amusement park, we then noticed that there was a water park here, and we were contemplating on coming back in the summer, which, well, we didn't.
Hơi buồn phải không? Chơi chưa thỏa mãn phải không?
And then at this point, we were finally heading out to our car, where we finally arrived at this Chinese restaurant called Tsingtao, which is really good. They have a lot of tasty foods, and the price is really reasonable as well. And this is a place that we have been to many times, and we usually order basically the same things because those are the things that we really love. So yeah, that was our family trip to Six Flags, and this is also mine and Mason's first time at Six Flags as well. And if you guys enjoyed this video, you guys can comment, like, and subscribe. And yeah, see you guys next time. Bye bye.